Are we doing this? See where she...
Alright,
hi everyone, I'm Ming-Na. Thank you guys, I play
Well, I don't know if you guys know this, but first things first, if you tweet during this panel WW.S.H.I.E.L.D, you can get a signed placard of them. So one winner gets both after the panel, so tweet now. Alright, first things first, you guys don't look like you get along at all from that clip. Why do you hate each other so much?
Wait, who are you? Again? I forget your name.
Ming-Na.
No.
What's it like? You guys are really good friends. Like, that's gotta be great.
It's an amazing cast. I've worked on many shows and been really fortunate to be in a lot of great casts, but this one in particular is just, it's a dream come true, you know, just where we're family, we get along, and very little ego, except for...
Yeah, we have a lot of fun, and I don't think I've ever been introduced with a blooper reel before.
No.
So that is a new thing.
You gives us such creds.
Here are the people who mess up constantly. Yay!
Yeah, let's just destroy the magic.
Yeah.
So, Brett, this is your second Wizard World. Ming, this is your first
First what?
Wizard World?
Yes, I think so.
What's the experience like so far?
Fantastic, and I've never been to Portland, so I've seen the... don't applaud, yeah, let me tell you what I think of it now, I'm just kidding. No, it's wonderful, the people here are amazing, and I'm actually impressed with how many people from other parts of the country and overseas are here too. It's a big con here. Big con. I love it.
Yeah, Portland! Give yourselves a round of applause!
Have y'all seen any S.H.I.E.L.D. cosplayers as of yet?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's gonna be cool. Any of them here? Clap if you're...
Yeah.
Nice! Captain America doesn't count.
You see a Simmons? You see a Melinda? Coulson, right? No? Yeah.
Before I forget, Arun Singh, the PR savant at Marvel, is going to be listening to this. He had a couple bullet points about the upcoming shows. You can't talk about much, but maybe we can talk about your ex-husband. Anything you want to say about that?
Not my ex-husband. I really don't want to talk about that. You're getting really personal, Blake. I just met you, like...
Thank you, Arun, for that question.
Yeah, Arun, thank you. We'll talk about Agent May's ex-husband.
Blair Underwood.
Blair Underwood, who's an amazing actor and not really easy on the eyes. And it's kind of funny because we do have a history. Both of us went to Carnegie Mellon University together.
Oh, wow.
And so we know each other very well. We've been friends for many, many years, and this is actually the first time that we've had an opportunity to work together as professionals. So we're very excited, and he has a history with Agent May that goes back to before Bahrain, before all that happened that changed Agent May. So there's some history that I think will be revealed in future episodes about who Agent May was before she became the Agent May that you know. And I can't wait to find out. I haven't read the script yet. So.
And,
Pre-Calvary. Call me that.
and Brett, all I can say about your character is some crazy things are going to happen. Like really crazy things. I think I said too much. Can you say
Hashtag too much? Hashtag crazy stuff is about to happen. Yeah, can I say anything? No, and here's why. Arun is listening.
Yeah. Say
Hi,
hi to Arun,
Arun.
everybody.
Yeah.
Clap for Arun.
We all say hi to Arun.
Yeah.
Listening in a very creepy way.
They're just
Love
like
you, buddy.
S.H.I.E.L.D, aren't they? Marvel?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're watching us.
You're saying that as you're watching everyone else. So
You say there, but you're Marvel too. What's it like being a part of the Marvel family now?
It's a privilege, you know. It's the best playground you can ever work in, and they're so amazing because there's 75 years of history, and these are amazing storytellers. So for us to just be able to help facilitate those stories as these characters that first started off as the just characters that Joss Whedon created. Joss Whedon, everybody! I think I say his name once a day because he is God to me. But it's yeah.
Dear Joss.
Dear Joss. Right? I mean, we're always so amazed at what we're doing. At least, yeah. Go ahead.
Yes. Very fortunate to be part of this universe, absolutely. And even though I'm not part of S.H.I.E.L.D. anymore, I do still feel part of a family that's,
Well,
you know,
you're a major
very
part
loving.
of Marvel because Hydra.
Thank you! That's a little...
Without Hydra, there really is no S.H.I.E.L.D. You notice how I'm wearing the white leather and he's wearing the black leather? We didn't plan it. I swear to you, we did not plan this.
Hashtag posing for pictures.
We're such goofballs.
We could do that all day. Then we have another blooper reel. It'd be a weird cyclical thing, where at the end of this, we'd play another blooper reel, and then do another panel, and then do another blooper reel. Really fun. Let's move on. Blake, go ahead. Next question.
So,
Blake, control us, please.
a round of applause if you've seen all. You caught up with S.H.I.E.L.D.? So, if you haven't seen at least the first season, it's now on Netflix, which has got to be a pretty big deal too. Did things? I'm sure new fans just came out of the woodwork. What was your experience like when it came out?
We have one right there who's
Right.
seems to have given us a woo.
No, I mean, I'm a huge Netflix fan because I love streaming, and when our show was finally on Netflix, I knew that it would help us tremendously because unfortunately that first year we had the Winter Olympics and we had a lot of interruptions in trying to get the series launched. I mean, it was just one thing after another, and we would have like 2 episodes on, 2 weeks off, 1 episode on, 3 weeks off. It was really a tough scheduling to try to build momentum. So I think Netflix really helped, and even a lot of fans who saw the episodes when they rewatched them on Netflix without the interruptions, it just made more sense. I don't know why, right?
Well, and then there's been a lot of big changes that have happened. So it's kind of like watching, I don't know, Sixth Sense again after you've watched it once, because you know the ending. So then you can sort of see all the seeds that were planted along the way. Yeah.
Because,
Thank you. Hashtag planting seeds. I don't know what that means. That could really be... Let's move on.
I know what that means.
So I have a random S.H.I.E.L.D. story, and I'm gonna get a story from y'all. Like, what's the weirdest thing that's happened in your working on S.H.I.E.L.D.? Like, here's my S.H.I.E.L.D. story. I was at New York Comic Con 2 years ago. I told Brett this shit last night, and I was interviewing Jessica Walter from Arrested Development. She saw the Marvel logo, and she goes, "Is that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "I love that show." And I was like, Lucille Bluth from Arrested Development loves Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and it blew my mind. You have any similar kind of strange stories?
Yes.
You go, Brett. You tell yours.
So when we've only done this once. We went to Dancing with the Stars.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
This is great.
And we went, and it was really cool to have like an ABC crossover. They do really well with that stuff. So we're in the front and we're like, yay, clapping about everything that happened. But then during the commercial break, Carlton from Fresh Prince, who ended up winning, by the way, came up and was a huge fan of the show. And not just like in the way that people are like, hey, huge fan of your show, see you later. But like he knew exactly everybody's like arcs and all of that stuff, and he's like, oh, you're a very, very bad boy. And it was so cool though to know that he was watching us, and he has a family and he's watching with his family, and that means a lot to me too, because you know it is a family show. And it's a really cool thing that you know, not everything out there is a family show, and so it's nice everybody coming together and stuff, and it just meant a lot because this guy was a big part of my childhood, literally, and so for him to, I don't know, have us be a part of his kid's childhood is nice. Talking about coming back around.
Obviously, one of my next questions is going to be, like, a lot of people who work for Marvel, you know, some of them aren't familiar with a lot of the characters prior, but you guys are legit nerds, I would say. Pre-S.H.I.E.L.D. Can you tell fans some of your nerdy backgrounds?
Our nerd qualifications.
That's right. Here we go. President of the Science Fiction and Fantasy Club in high school.
I have Hydra tattooed across my chest, which is really awkward because then I had to cross it out at a certain point. It's a really long story, but it's there.
All right, fans, start lining up for questions if you want to ask some. But I want to, Brett, did you want to promote something that we talked about last night?
Oh, wait.
that
So
could
the
be
boys
taken out of
got
context.
together last night and talked?
Then they had dinner. Pretty
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
So now instead of Hydra, it says Blake. Okay, that's long story short, guys. So hold the questions. After this lovely panel and all of the photo ops and all of the signing, we are going to go to the Richmond and have a little bit of a drink. So if you guys would like to join us there, that's where we'll be for a little bit more of an informal discussion. Yeah, so let's hear it for the Richmond.
How big is the Richmond? Can it fit all these?
Yeah. I've never been there, so asking me about that is not the best, but yeah, you guys just show up. We'll make it happen. A line out the door, lines are good. You know, lines are good.
Just mention Nick Goose. You know, yeah.
He is a friend of
friend.
Jed and Marissa, who are executive producers and writers on the show, so we're giving them a nice shout out. And would love to see you guys there in a more informal setting if that thing strikes your fancy. Cool.